the sign is.
No,
Oh.
I've never seen him out front with a sign.
Not that guy, huh?
Okay,
He's pretty stoic. I'm not sure he would be out there with the guy on the sign.
just asking.
But he is a pilot, so that's how I know him. I'll ask him.
So he's flighty?
Yeah. Just a little.
Can't win them all, can you?
Do you need a vote and approval for you to do that, or you just,
No,
okay, go ahead.
I don't think so. I'm not gonna get, it's nothing official. I'm just gonna get his
Can you do
opinion.
that and get back to us by next Wednesday?
I will try.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Newton or Davidson out, or you guys are still, we're in some kind of legal thing with them?
Well, no, I mean, they're still our accountants as far as they know, but we're pursuing an avenue of what happened, basically. And we haven't pinned it down to say exactly what's happened, but it's, like you said, it's tenuous. So, you know, to talk about it now is kind of premature, only because we haven't found out exactly the bottom line for a lot of the years. And when we do, then we'll proceed.
Right. We're gonna try and get all that onto paper by the 14th meeting. But the situation is that it's really hard to look at what appears to have happened and be able to see how you could justify what happened. And so the next step is going to be to go back and ask them.
Yeah, it'll be confrontational.
And just say, well, I don't think it'd be confrontational, just say, hey, how'd this happen? What's the deal?
Hmm.
I think that was all the things I had from this. I thought this looks great. I mean, I think it's a very workable document. And if no one else has any questions about it, we can set this aside and have it ready and prepared for the August 14th meeting.
I'm working on ours, and what I'm doing is the next 2 weeks with my firefighters, they have a stake in all this, so they're going to assist me in finishing it off. That's the way we've always done when I've done this to previous organizations, and I want them to have. Right in our current policy manual, which nobody knows about hardly, it says right there that firefighters are supposed to know the policy manual. And to tell you the truth, up till last March or so, I didn't even know one existed. And that's when I started reading. It has all the disciplinary policies and all that kind of stuff. So I want them to be aware of what the current one is, and also we'll use that as a guide for the new one.
Good.
Plus all the stuff that you guys have been giving us from other fire departments as well, for position descriptions and stuff.
So do you think we'll have
I'll have you something next week, and I'll have you probably something more after that, but hopefully next week.
Good. Okay.
Well,
Lisa?
you can email me.
I'll email as I go along.
Yeah, and I can just start plugging it in as a draft, because you have to pick up after item
I saw it. And
11.
as far as the order and everything, you want the commission
We will
statement,
continue just,
principal office, I don't care about the fiscal year, but membership, duties of officers, and all that kind of stuff. I'll just go through it like that.
yeah, it's pretty much going to follow the same format,
Okay.
only the way you do your part of it, which is different than our part of it. But it's still the same, as you can see, with articles and sections.
Yeah, we can put it.
It's not real scary. And we wanted him to add something in his mission statement that kind of coincided with ours. We talked about that.
You got his mission statement in here, didn't you?
Yes, but there was something,
Yeah, I would
Cost
like.
effectiveness.
No.
no.
Now, your end of things, quite honestly, has nothing to do with cost effectiveness. Your end of things has to do with safety. But the one thing that I, for one, would like to see in here, and the rest of the board can comment, is that there's an equality clause in here, that there's equal service throughout the community. I really think we need to strive towards that we do the best we can to provide everybody in the community with the same service or services. So that's my only comment on the mission statement and Steve's end of things. After that, everything's up to Steve.
We talked about this before, but so, for example, right now 10 miles going through the process of putting a water tank up in a wall because they don't have a water supply. Is that what you're talking about? Like that we should have water supply in Four Mile Valley, for example? station up there, or what are you talking about?
No, what I'm talking about is that effectively, if you have a fire district and you take the same amount of taxes from every person in the fire district, each person that pays taxes has the right to believe that they're gonna get the same, relatively the same, shall we say, not Xerox copy, service. They pick up the phone and say, I've got a fire here. There's gonna have the same service at their house as Gary and Barbara Kahn next door have. That's what you strive for. Now, we all know that there are logistical issues in that make it a lot easier to run next door to Barbara and Gary Kahn's house as opposed to up to, somebody's place over on Fallen Valley Road. But I believe that we've got to strive for that equality. That each person out here that pays taxes for the same service. They don't pay taxes for a different service just because they live 2 miles farther out. But it's a give and take.
Okay. When this came up in the beginning, I thought that there was some other reason that you guys were thinking maybe we weren't being equal to people. I'm striving to be equal to people. I'm not discriminating.
Oh, no, that's right.
Anybody in this district.
Yeah, what-
No, it's, for instance, one of the things, I don't know if you want to put that in there or whatever, but it's like, because we were up on the road and measured. ODOT now has a 12-foot
Right.
wide road, but that's not what was put in. You go out and you measure Coosba Wagon Road, which is the main road down in front of me, it's 10 foot 2 inch.
Yeah.
So people should have that standard, not, the 12 foot, for instance, And I know that it's probably easier for you guys, but that's not, it's just like a grandfathered thing. It's just not what it was. And people can't be expected to pay, thousands of dollars to put in a new driveway, for instance, it's, 12 feet wide now instead of 10. They can't have a goat path either. I mean, there's got to be a standard from both sides.
Okay. There's county standards existing, there's urban development standards, the DFPA has their standards, everybody has standards, and I maintain my driveway to that standard, and I, as a taxpayer, would expect, I don't expect anything else. I don't expect people to come out and clean my driveway up, but I don't want to talk about that right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want to say that I'm going through this right now down in Diamond Valley. I had a guy come in here, he's trying to force his neighbors to not only the width, to trim the stuff to the width, but also the height. And there's not any specific height requirements right now. We're still looking for those.
Well, you're muddying the waters. You talk about a tank here, you talk about this and that. I guess I can speak, can I?
Certainly.
Open meeting.
You have to open your hand, hold your hand first.
Okay, there it is.
Okay, go ahead.
And be recognized.
I'm Tom Booth. I have an LLC. I do property maintenance and management all over. And I'm licensed through the federal too. I have people I take care of out here. I have property out here. Equal service should be everybody here. I was with Doug too once before. I was with Rural Hair when it was in the old building. We've been at the store. It's too bad they didn't support this. He's had several fires and accidents in front of that store. They've ran into his fuel pump. Why isn't there is there anybody from the school district here? It's too bad.
Hasn't been.
I ran Forest Glen a long time ago. I just got a few minutes, I got to prove. It's a shame they aren't here, one representative.
Mm-hmm.
You look at what's going on down in Glendale right now. They're all in the Glendale Elementary. Okay? Case said there. You muddy the waters on the Diamond Heights and everything else. That's one Charlie Bass put in. Is that correct?
I'm not
Okay.
familiar with who put it in.
Here's the deal with the road district. They're non-dedicated roads with the county. I had 30 years with the road department. Morgan and the rest of them will tell you they don't have the money. All of it goes to law enforcement. All your property taxes goes to the sheriff's office for safety. I don't always agree with that. But the thing that I tell everybody on the ranch I was in, and also down at Kellogg, at Rice Hill Estates, they formed a district, just like Sable Drive, anything else. think I know who you're talking about, but the thing of it is, if you get, there's 5 people on a road, which I had out in this one ranch. The road is dedicated county road up to the gate, Jackie Avenue. There's 5 owners. If you talk all of them into forming a district, which is real easy, they just go in, get a form. That money is taxed equally among the 5. Doesn't make a difference if Joe Blow and you got 50 acres or 4. It's equal money. Then you vote between you where that money goes. Whether it's grading, you can bring it up to snuff and the county will take it over. Okay? 22 feet, blah, blah, blah. We do culverts one day. We do this 1 month. You can even pave it. But the only thing the county will do, if it's to keep it passable for fire and safety, if the tree's down. That's the only time they'll go out. Okay? It has to be passable for fire and ambulance. And anyway, there should be a lot of people in here. You guys do this every Wednesday, right?
For the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. I've been trying to get out here, but I've been real busy. And we all have families and things. But
I think that people will start coming. They're starting to call, and we are in the process of getting the community back into a belief that it's worth coming. And as soon as we do that, I think that we'll have more involvement.
I think the problem, the meeting's too early at 6. I had to go to Camas and come back, and I'm traveling a lot. And most people get off at 5. I coached out here 19 years,
Right.
and I babysitted a lot of kids and took them home.
Mhm.
But that's a moot point. The thing is, just a minute and I'll leave. A lot of people who are negative factors in this deal are not out here supporting it. But they damn sure want to talk. And I'll tell you, the first ones to cry if they have a fire. Okay?
Yeah.
They're little stirs.
Mhm.
I know who they are. But I'm going to tell you, I was in the military 22 and a half years. You got to close the door, first of all. Keep them good. And you got to have good training. And just like my guys, I'm going to train them in everything. And you got to pay the one. Number one, though, whoever the board, are you guys the board? All of you?
We're the board. This is the chief.
Okay. I think I've seen him. I know him. George, right? Anyway, just real quick, like, 0 conflict of interest. You understand what I'm saying?
There should be
You
0.
don't hire anybody that's related to the board members or the chief,
That's a good point.
ever.
Yeah.
I don't
That
think-
happened in the past, and I'm not gonna downplay anything.
What's your point?
The point is, you can't have it happen again.
What?
What's not gonna?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I chose to let you continue. We have a 2-minute limit on conversations from the
Okay.
audience.
I said-
But you seem like you had some good things to say, so
But
I'll let you continue.
just for you to make it here, eliminate conflict of interest. If you're hiring somebody as a service, as a board,
Right.
0.
That won't happen with us.
Thank you.
I think the first thing we'd have to do is go out and put it out for bid.
What was that?
We'd have to put it out for bid,
Thank you.
you know? And like you said,
Professional service.
no association